Before we dive into some of the big wins and some of the big losses, let's start with some gratitude.
Guilty!
Right now, business and life, what are you feeling grateful for?
At the moment, everything. If you can look at this lifestyle that this life has provided us, it's been, you know, unforgettable. And it's like you don't realize until you're actually there, because, you know, you get caught up in the hustle and the bustle of, you know, working, and it's just like, you know, you forget, you know, what's real at the end of the day. And then, you know, you come here and dive into the ocean and you look around and you're like, this is, you know, something you couldn't have even imagined.
No.
It's something actually so special.
No.
So special, yeah.
Really special. We just opened up our 12th warehouse.
Yeah.
In Athens, Greece.
Yep.
For those that don't already know, so this is our EU hub.
Yep.
So we've spent the last few weeks over here working.
Yep.
And today we thought, why not just soak it in?
Yeah, fuck it.
Trip on the boat.
Fuck it. We thought, you know, why not we, like, get a boat and bring our friends out, and you know, I've got a few friends that are from around here, and I brought them out too, and it's like amazing to, you know, that experience of like bringing your friends out.
You told me a story.
Yeah.
About Nick, and this is a full circle moment.
Full circle moment. Like,
tell us about that.
So, when I was 17 years old, I had nothing, and a friend of mine, Nick Young, he was probably like 10 years older than me. He brought me out onto a yacht in Hamilton Island in Australia, and you know, like I got the fucking airplane up there. I was so excited. Got on this boat, and as like a sliding comment, Nick was like, "Hey man, do you mind if you fucking pay for the fuel for the boat? Like, I can't do it. I'm trying to do something in the boat, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, yeah, like no worries. And I went up to the petrol meter, and the guy was like, "Oh, it's $500. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, that was like $500 was like everything I had in my wallet at that time. I was like, fuck. So I've like handed over $500 to fill the boat. And, you know, he was my idol, like growing up. So like he was the first one to introduce me to money and like kind of see that kind of world. And, you know, now he happened to be in Athens at the same time. We've invited him on the boat today, and like it's come around in a full circle. I'm now 32 years old, so it's like 15 years after that happened, and I'm inviting him on the boat, you know, that I've paid for, which is fucking wild. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, like,
that's huge.
Yeah.
Very cool feeling.
Very cool.
It's funny because while there's so much to be grateful for, there's also a cost.
Yeah, of course.
To all of this. So let's talk about the other side of the story.
Yeah.
Which is the hidden costs of entrepreneurship.
Definitely, yeah.
I think everyone talks about the upside of building businesses, but what are the downsides? I mean, there's been friends along the way that we may have lost. There's health sacrifices, relationship sacrifices.
So business definitely takes a toll on you. Like if you've got a relationship, it takes a toll on your relationship. If you've got friendships that are old, it definitely takes a toll on that too. Like, you know, I barely get to spend any time with my partner, and, you know, lucky that she's so, you know, good to me and understands my line of work where, you know, you've constantly got to be on the move. Things are changing. It's global politics at the end of the day. So it's like a lot of things are changing. So you've got to be in the right place at the right time. So it is difficult, and it goes the same with friends. Like, you know, you've got those friends that you go to the pub with, or you go to dinner with, or whatever it may be, and, you know, eventually that kind of has to change because, you know, there's business calls, and it's at any time, anywhere. It's just, you know, it's relentless, and, you know, that's probably the most influential impact that has happened in my life.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I can relate. I feel like my circle's smaller than ever. Most of the people I hang out with, I work with.
Yeah.
Or just those people that support it. Your partner supports it.
Correct.
Mine. Because some days, like you said, it's morning to night, and there's no time for
anything.
else.
Yeah, definitely.
But as long as your friends understand it, and when you say no, they're not, oh, he's changed, or yes, I've changed.
Of course, I've
Same
changed.
thing, like, that's the point.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But it's all worth it.
It's definitely all worth it. It's just, during that moment, you've just got to realize and take some time out to look around and be like, where are you at? And where were you at? I'm not going to say like where your friends at, but like where you were at, that time ago, and have you progressed? If you've progressed, then you're on the right track. Whereas it's very easy to stay in that like circle or do the same things and just be comfortable.
Yeah.
Because it definitely, once you start venturing out, you do see the benefits, but you also feel the hurt.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you're a product of the 5 people that you spend the most time with.
100%. Yeah.
It's it's so true. And if you've got some of those older friends that you've been friends since you're kids, and you get to grow up together, and you may not see them for months, but when you do, it's like nothing's changed.
That's
one of the most special thing in the world.
100%.
And then there's the other side of like, who's that circle that you're doing business with, and who are pushing you to think.
No, 100%. Yeah,
$1 million question. If you got a chance to go back and do this last few years again, is there anything you change?
No, well, if I had to do this all again. Yeah, but if I had to do it all again, I would choose nothing to change. It's an experience that's like none other. It's, it pushes on every emotion you have as a human. And if I had to change something, I don't think I could. Like, I've pushed everything to my limits.
Yeah.
No matter what it was, I pushed it to my absolute limits, to whether it's no sleep or driving myself crazy over an opinion of, something that I had to do. And I don't think I'd change anything.
No.
It's been hard, but I don't think I'd change anything. No, at all.
At the end of the day, everything's led to this point.
Definitely.
I mean, one thing that I'm reminding myself though, and it's not that I would go back and change it, I can't, but it's just to, enjoy every part of the journey, the ups and the downs, because it's the full experience.
The only thing that actually matters is the journey, when you realize that, because it's like, when I obviously started, it was all to do with the money and the Rolexes and whatever it may be that gets your gears going. But once I kind of got to a good spot, I realized it wasn't that, and your priorities change. So yeah.
For me, I mean, it's been about time and the ability to create.
Yes. Yeah.
And I feel very fortunate now to be in a position where any ideas we have around bringing things into the world, we can. Like, it just gets bigger and grander. Like, there's less boundaries.
So, like, when we came here, the person that's running our warehouse has been here for 3 months, and we kind of sent him here, and he was here for 3 months and didn't kind of know what's going on, and we were giving him a bit of information, blah blah blah, like we were setting up stuff at our own time, and then we got here, and he said a quote, and it was like, when Nick and Noah come to town, like, these are
black box.
They're the black box. Yeah, you can explain it better than me, but yeah.
There's inputs, which is what we say we're gonna do,
yes.
And then there's outputs of things happening.
Yeah, exactly. And then pretty much he was just like describing the way that, like, once we arrive, everything that has ever been put into like existence gets done. So it's like it's super reassuring and like wonderful and beautiful for me to hear that, because it's like that's how like I pride myself and Nora on, like, once we get somewhere or once we want to do something, like when we say it, it's fucking done, and that's proven like through people here. It's amazing.
It's cool to hear that. On the topic of money, because one of the biggest decisions most founders face is around money, and that is to raise money, get investment and keep going, or not to, and to keep bootstrapping, or to sell part of your business, or to keep your whole business. And over the last few months, a lot of private equity have reached out, a lot of investors. I guess the market's talking. We've had a lot of interesting conversations, and it brings up this question. So I don't know, I feel like I've moved through a few different feelings with it, but
yeah, like, Noah's like a fucking tsunami. It's like up and down, but it's to me, it's like my personal opinion is, if you can do it on your own, do it on your fucking own. Like, don't bring anyone in. It's your idea, it's your everything, and you've like brought it together and it's working. If you can do it on your own, definitely do it on your own. But if it's going to be that next level, say that person's going to provide something of value, where for us it may be like, oh, they're going to introduce us to an e-commerce community, or, you know, they're going to provide some sort of value that benefits the whole company, yes, we'd think about bringing them on as a minority investor. But if you can stay away from it, I think that's best, because we're looking at our competition. Some of them are getting, you know, investment or whatever it may be, equity, huge investment, and we're rolling them under the fucking, you know, under the wheel without anything. And it's just because we know our offer is the best and that we can provide the most value for that price. And I think if you can do that in your business to kind of, you know, stay in your lane and do it yourself, you don't need anyone else.
Agreed. So our message to the market right now, by the way, is
fuck them.
We ain't selling shit.
Ain't selling shit, bitches.
So regardless of, you know, whether you raise or bootstrap, one thing everyone's going to experience is risk.
Yeah.
And over the years, I mean, we've both shared our fair experience of risky situations. Shit's gone bad, shit's gone good, and some shit just didn't work
In
at all.
between, yeah.
But yeah, that tolerance, I think it obviously changes through your life. You know, I was more risky when I was 18 than I am at 28. I'll be less risky at 38. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
But
like,
where are you now? Where are
so
you sitting?
that comment resonates heavily in me in multiple ways, because I think that it's always good to feel, you know, those issues that go on in your business, whether it's like customer service at the smallest level all the way up to the top. I feel like it's vital to feel those feelings and make judgment on them. So what I mean by that is, like, I still feel the pain of the lowest level of a packing error or whatever it may be on a small scale. And I think I make good decisions to, you know, fix those problems in my business because I still feel for those problems. But
so you're saying the antidote to risk is understanding the business.
Understanding the business to the bottom level. And
that's how you're making decisions.
And that's how I'm making decisions. Like, although I've pulled back on the response, because my response to, you know, if Zia was making a packing error 4 years ago, I would feel it deeply myself. But, you know, we get thousands a week, call it, because we're doing so much volume, where it's like, you know, I've desensitized myself to that, but I still feel the pain of our customers or their customers. So, and making a judgment off that. Never let it go, but I think, you know, you must be vigilant of what, you know, the bottom layer is all the way up to the top layer.
Yeah, agreed. All right, let's flip the script now. Let's say lost it all tomorrow. In this day and age, what is it, 2025, September, what would you be doing if you started over again? So
I think the market is as easy as it could possibly be. Like, you know, you can make a website with ChatGPT, or, you know, any sort of response, customer service, like it can already be done for you. So I think it's the easiest barrier to entry to get in. So I would definitely choose e-com in that space, because e-com is a big space, obviously, but I would probably choose something in the building and construction industry in Australia, because that's a bit lacking where I'm from. So like, if I could choose anything, e-commerce in the building and construction space in Australia.
Yeah, to your point about everything being the easiest it's ever been, I mean, I just think people overcomplicate it in their head a little bit. Like, it has never been easier to find, you know, dropshipping, for example, has come so far to today, where you used to have to wait 20, 30 days, and now with solutions like Future China or print-on-demand suppliers out of China.
Exactly.
And they're making the product and shipping it to customers' doors in a matter of days.
In a matter of days,
Like,
exactly.
you know,
It
so
couldn't be easier right now.
it couldn't be easier. What would you say are the number one skills right now for people? And like, I know, you know, people talk about understanding investing or consulting or, you know, learning marketing or learning how to build teams and leadership. Yep, that's all that. But what are the skills like that act the backbone? Because this shit's not for everyone.
No, definitely not.
So,
No.
yeah, what would you say are the skills that are more important than anything else?
So it depends what tier you are at in your life, but I'm going to speak for myself, and I think the best thing for myself to learn in this day and age would be like my managerial responsibilities are the most critical to my company. So I can't really speak for what Noah's good at because that's going to be marketing, or someone else. It's going to be something else. But for myself, it would be the critical managerial roles of the company and making sure that they are, you know, done properly. So for me, it's just making sure that everyone believes in the vision that's going forward, because at the end of the day, AI is coming. It's taking all the fucking mainstream roles and responsibilities off people's plates. So, you know, when the staff members that you've got left, like, what are you trying to sell to them? Like, why are they working, and like, what's the benefit for them for working for your company? So,
Yeah.
I think the best thing you could do is, you know, manage the responsibilities of your main people and the vision that comes with it. Because if you roadmap the vision, I think you've got a good company, because the people will, they're not there to work. You may offer people money and they may stay or whatever it may be, but if you're offering a vision, it's invaluable. So, you know, I think it's like although all these aspects of business is changing, people still want a vision. And the people that are in the roles of managerial placements need to have that vision to drive the people that are, you know,
100%.
coming after.
100%.
Yeah.
That's good advice, and along the way, we've also been given some bad advice.
Yeah.
I want to share what the single worst piece of advice that maybe you believed for a while, but had to learn the hard way, that you've ever been given. Something that someone's told you.
The worst piece of advice that anyone's told me, I think it's that hard work matters. Like, I think at the end of the day, it's like, of course, hard work matters if you're, you know, trying to pursue something that involves work. But I think it's the fact that hard work doesn't matter. It's like your goal and your perspective that can pursue everyone else to bring that hard work to the table.
Yeah.
I think that's probably like my best.
So hard work.
Hard work. Correct. Yeah, that would be it.
How would you define the difference between hard work and smart work?
Well, smart work involves the easiest way to achieve a goal, where hard work means like throw as many bodies at it as possible.
Yeah.
And like we learn that, like, you know, our most profitable sites are the ones that are doing the weird stuff, where our most ineffective sites actually have the most people and we're doing things properly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the best, you know, way I could put it. Yeah.
Let's debate lifestyle businesses and empire building.
Yeah.
Because this is two categories of people. And over the last maybe 12 months, I've joined a few communities online where people meet up in person.
Yeah.
And I joined one that was very, very lifestyle heavy.
Yeah.
And one that was much more money driven.
Yeah.
Empire building. And I don't think there's a right or a wrong here. And I also think there's different stages of your life.
Yeah.
Right now, we're thinking about building an empire.
Yeah.
That's it. But what's your take on that? And the balance of the two?
The balance of the two. Okay, so again, it goes back to your lifestyle preferences, but at the moment, obviously, I'm trying to build the empire. I think the empire comes with the freedom. Like, you own the empire, you own everything. So that's my way of looking at it. I think Daniel Witchy thinks the same over there, but you own the empire, you own everything. So if it goes back to money, yeah, like, you can make as much as you think is fit to suit your lifestyle, but yeah, no, if it was up to me, I'd keep going. Like, obviously, like, family definitely comes first, but yeah, you got to build that empire to fucking moat that family and make sure nothing fucking pierces it at the end of the day. Yeah,
100%. What do you think the difference is between these founders that make it at the end of the journey and those that quit or end up maybe as well off as they could have been? Because timing, resilience, like market timing, like all of these factors at play.
There's definitely a lot of factors, and it's like trying to work out your type of business. Is it going to be a timeless business, or is it going to be, you know, a 3-year business? And, you know, me and Noah always speak about this, and it's like, you know, a sale would be the best thing for a business, right? But you've also got to determine the niche that it's in. So, you know, we've got friends with apparel brands that should have sold, but it just kind of depends on what the basis of the brand is at the end of the day. I feel like Future is a legacy brand where you can, you know, logistics is going to be around for a long time, but, you know, an apparel brand, I could see that being around from 3 to 7 years at tops.
I think one thing that's changed our trajectory and also changed our timeline is expanding into overseas markets.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, we expanded to New Zealand first, very quickly after that China, then Europe, now we're in Greece, in Athens with feet on the ground. And this idea of copying and pasting a proven model that's worked in one market overseas creates so much more expansion possibilities and room to grow in your mind than you could ever imagine. So I think a piece of advice for someone that has a business working really well in one country, before considering selling it or raising money,
definitely.
Can you find someone else to run it in another country?
Yeah, definitely.
Partner with them.
So that was something that I was a little bit blind to coming into business with Noah. He told me, like, you know, we need to do international expansion, and I was like, no. Like, in my head, I was like, yeah, no, like to him, yeah, no worries. In my own mind, I was like, forget it. Like, I'm going to be Australian forever, easy. Like, you know, this is what people do. They stay in their one country. And then doing business with Noah, opening up China, New Zealand, now Europe, you realize, like, you know, we're a small market, and you reap the benefits of a small market. And I believe that testing another market is definitely crucial to any sort of business's expansion. Like, you know, China for us, you know, is going to tenfold us, if not more. And now Greece, you know, we've never had this many, you know, this much support in a country. So it's like, definitely try out the new countries, get their, you know, market value. You know, China's massive, it's a whole world, and then Europe's 300 million. So it's like, definitely go for that before you think about selling anything. Definitely,
100%. Yeah, no, of course, please. Looks like we're heading back to Athens.
Yeah, we're heading back to Athens.
It's been good to chat though.
Yeah, been great. Thank you for taking the time. We're just ripping up the boat.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.